Hello, my name is Ingrid Feeney. I am in Venezuela for the first time ever. I'm here as an international delegate for the first Eco-Socialist International, which just took place in Yaracuy. I'm here as a representative of an organization called the Climate Justice Project. And I am a PhD student in environmental anthropology, but specifically I think a lot about both environmental and food justice. Now the news we get in the United States about Venezuela from really almost all of the available sources gives one the idea that people here are starving, people here are eating out of the garbage, they're eating cats and dogs. Not only that, but people are living under an oppressive dictatorship. People who are just looking for a decent democratic lifestyle are met with violent repression from the current state. So that's the situation with the news. But I also kind of want to comment a little bit about academia. I recently read what was supposed to be a fair debate in the Latin American Studies Association journal, and it was not a fair debate at all. It was several papers which were all giving the idea that what Chavismo has done is create a culture of dependency, and that really stuck out in my mind because when I came here. And for the first Eco-Socialist International, and we went to Yaracuy and stayed with these former cimarrones, former maroons, these Afrodescendientes, and spoke with all these indigenous people from Amazonas and different parts. What I have seen and what has been so impressive to me is the exact opposite of a culture of dependency. It's a culture of extreme resilience in the face of an economic war that is being waged by the United States and by the opposition and by various powerful forces. And also, I think it's really interesting because in the United States, people do have a lot more material plenty. We have a lot more illusion of choice. We get to go to the supermarket and look at lots of cereal boxes that are all transgenic corn, with different flavoring and in different colored boxes. But people tend to be overworked, drowning in debt, and have no hope for the future and are really depressed. I mean, there's this huge opiate overdose epidemic, and there are mass shootings everywhere. But when I come to Venezuela, even though no, people are not starving, but is there a food crisis? Yes, it's manufactured from outside. So there is scarcity of certain objects and certain things, but people are incredibly resilient and hopeful. And from what I've seen, and I've only been here 12 days, so I can't speak from so much experience. I've seen so much more happiness and hope than I've seen in a long time in the United States. And personally, I feel more relaxed than I have felt in a long time. And I'm very excited to take what we have come up with and developed at the first Eco-Socialist International and go to work and internationalize it. And I think, as I've been talking about with my comrade William, it's really important to build solidarity between the United States and Venezuela right now to increase understanding about what's actually going on in both countries. So, solidaridad.